Alright, now part of me going back into, I guess, my younger days, trying to live my life in a slightly more simpler time, the 90s or 2010 era, music has always been the thing that has kept me using my smartphone like crazy. Because I get in my vehicle and I can stream Pandora. I've got too many stations I've created for and maintained for so long that I'm too invested in Pandora to switch to another thing. But because of me wanting to reduce how much data I'm giving out to companies and wanting to have, full physical control of my media, it means I had to buy something to start putting media onto. Now, I have been buying some CDs and ripping them to my laptop. I'll have to go grab my laptop for the next part of this video here shortly, but for the first part of this video, I did want to reveal what I bought. Now, this is a new or newer product, but it is designed to rip off an old product. So, yeah, the original is probably better, and apparently with mods and stuff, you can make the original even better, but I'm not a big fan of Apple. So, if that's not a big hint, music, Apple, what's to come underneath this little napkin here? Well, it is a ripoff of, I think it's a Generation 3 iPod Nano. So I haven't opened this up yet. I just took it out of the shipping box here. So let's get this opened up and have a look-see. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Obviously, this is only my first video, so I don't really want to drop brand names of what it is. But you could probably easily Google it or search for music player and find it. Box is neat looking. I like the box. It does give me that 90s-ish vibe. Under here, you have the reveal. I mean, it's basically an iPod Nano 8. It's even got a wheel that you can do things on, buttons. Decent little clicking to them. Hopefully it's got some battery in it. And let's see if I can't figure out how to turn this thing on without reading the instructions. Oh, look at that. You hold the center button and it boots up. So there we go. It's booting up inside the box. It's still booting up. Hello. It says hello, so I said hello back. Yes, I talk to inanimate objects because nobody else talks to me. We got the setup going here. English. Are you sure you want to change the language? Yes. And then there's our menu. Small but readable. Makes satisfying kind of fake clicks when you're, I'm not even pressing, I'm literally just gliding my finger, which is really nice. So settings, apparently there's Bluetooth, there's a shutdown, let's see, time shutdown, shuffle, repeat, equalizer, file extensions, key lock, key tone, wallpaper, key vibration, sleep time, brightness. So yeah, there's quite a bit in here. How do we go back? Oh, just gotta click it. Just gotta click it. But so yeah, Bluetooth, FM radio. Apparently there's audiobooks and videos you can do in here as well. I don't know if I want to watch videos on this little guy, but I definitely do throw some music on there. We have a charging cable, and what I like most about this, as Bluetooth is nice, don't get me wrong, I enjoy my cheap Bluetooth headphones that I have. They are not of major brandage. I mean, they're a reputable brand, but they're not of major brandage. They are not a $300 set. They are like a $60 to $50. Yeah, they might have even been cheaper than that when I bought them. I have a braided headphones. Look at that. feels metal. Have like the noise cancellations in them, and then they have the ones you can also change. I have a feeling that these might just be rebranded skull candies. But yes, physical. You can click into that. Bada bang, bada boom. Cool. Now let me go get my laptop because that's where most of my music is. Oakley dokley. So off screen I did a test run because there was 2 songs on my PC that I wanted to put on here. But I wanted to go ahead and add the rest. So you just kind of short click that, turns on your USB storage. So we just plug in, we press OK basically. And then because this is an Android unit, it brings this up, which is cool beans. But now I'm trying to control the mouse of my laptop with the mouse of my PC because I'm a goofball. See, this is why I need to step back from technology, right? I'm going to open that in a new tab. I'm just going to pull that to a new window because it's just quicker and easier that way. So I have 2 songs on here now. And these are the songs I want to put on here. I'm just going to hit that. I'm just going to click that. I'm just going to do that. And now I just want to drag them over into there.
Do it! Drag and drop! But I drag and drop!
And, well, 837.5 megabytes of music going onto here. And this is 128 gigs, I think. Probably get 120 gigs plus with the operating system and all that. And once we get the music added, I'll be able to start testing more features. Well, surprisingly, that was a very quick file transfer. I don't know why I expected it to take longer, but it took maybe a minute to add 11 albums, I think. I added to it quite a few songs. And all I did was just drag and drop them into the basic screen. There was no folder that said music or anything, but as I did it, you can see there's all my songs. And just whee. Let's go back. What I really like, though, off the bat, is that it put all the artists in here. Now, what I didn't expect it to do was to put certain artists in here from a movie soundtrack. So I have the Office Space movie soundtrack added to this.
Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
And so Blank Man, Ghetto Boys, Ice Cube, Junior Reed, Cool Keith, Lisa Stone. Those are not albums I have. Scarface don't have that. But so let's go back. But I thought that was pretty cool. It organized the albums as they are in the folders that I uploaded. So the unknown is going to be my 2X songs. It even, because I use a Sunder CD Ripper on Linux. It's free, and it has this awesome feature where if the data isn't on the CD from its original print or production or distribution, whatever you want to call it, it'll basically search the internet. I'm not exactly sure how it does it, if it samples a bit of the song or something, or it samples the name of the song, but it'll sample something from the CD, and it will give you all the cool classifications. So alternative, hardcore punk, metal, progressive rock, punk rock, and soundtrack, etc. So it'll do all that for you. It also gives you all the names of the songs and the title of the songs, and it does make things nice. So let's try the speaker out first. I know it's not necessarily not going to give me a copyright strike, but So this is just with the speaker, which is just like a cell phone speaker there on the bottom. And crank up the volume. I'm going to use my finger as a mute button. And then let's also, while we're here, copyright strike on my first actual video, eh? Equalizer. It plays its own music for the equalizer. I just kind of wish it had a loudness feature. But okay, that's okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. So, the speaker on it is not bad. Like, if you were sitting at your desk, you could probably use it. Now, let's try out the actual headphones. Give that a good plug in. Do we have an actual left and right here? It's not really marked, so we're just going to go with the way the bins are. Okay, kind of loosely in there. Now, yeah, I know you can't hear it, but the sound quality from the headphones is really, really good. Now the question is, yep, and there's definitely enough cord that I could tuck it underneath my shirt and drop it into my pocket and have the cords not get tangled up in anything, or even just zip it up in my hoodie. There's definitely enough cord there. So really the only thing left to try is the Bluetooth. So let me hit pause on this camera and go get my Bluetooth headphones out of the truck. Okay, I'm gonna just guess that this works pretty easily. Get my headphone here on. Searching. And no. Yep, it did. I don't. Can you please? Please? Yep. Nope. It's not fine. It never found them, so that is unfortunate. So maybe the Bluetooth isn't the best. Maybe it needs updated on the firmware or something like that. I think that's a possibility. Or maybe that these just aren't right. This is a knockoff, though. Not gonna lie. So Bluetooth doesn't necessarily work with headphones. Now, if it works in my truck, I will be a happy person. So let's go find out if it'll work in the truck. Okay, so we're in the truck. Let me turn my Bluetooth back on. Add a Bluetooth device.
Search for Ford Maverick on your device and select Ford Maverick once it is found.
Good golly, did you hear the voice on that? Oh, there it is. It found my truck. Ford Maverick.
Confirm that the pin displayed on Ford Audio matches the pin displayed on your device.
It does.
For your safety, please stay alert to changing road conditions while your vehicle is in motion.
Nanog. I wonder what a nanog is. I bet it's Nano G. Okay, so we are connected to the truck. And we have music. Connects to the truck, and worst case, if it didn't connect to the truck, well, I have USB in the truck, so cool. So yeah, back to owning my music and controlling my music as I want. No ads. Owning physical copies, so you know, a streaming service can't just take the rights to my physical copies from me. Ha ha ha, I win. And it's kind of cold out here, so thanks for watching. Not sure what the next video will be. I'll probably do one tomorrow or within a day or two. Say hi, Stiggy. Yep, and that's it. So long, goodbye, farewell, whatever.